You're listening to a Shockcast original. Shock.
The C Word with Callista.
So welcome back to The C Word with me, Callista, where we get to talk to all of your favorite content creators and find out what makes them so successful. So we've talked to YouTubers, we've talked to Instagrammers, and today we're mixing it up a little bit because we're going to be talking to one of Malaysia's first and biggest TikTokers. You might recognize her by her blonde fringe, or now I think blue, or do you just...
Yeah. It's blue.
Yeah, so her hair always stands out whenever I scroll through TikTok. Her really cool style and, of course, her badass personality. She's got 365.7 thousand followers on TikTok, and it's Jovyn. Is that how you say your name?
Yeah, that's how you say my name. You got it right. Yes.
All right. So how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Okay, so I only know you from the very short TikTok videos that I scroll through on my For You page. So maybe you could introduce us to the real Jovyn.
Well, I'm Jovyn. I'm from Setialam, and I'm 18 years old.
Okay.
Currently studying right now too. And yeah.
You're studying in like uni or college? Or?
Yeah, college right now.
Okay, so what are you studying?
I'm studying mass communications.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think that will suit your personality a lot, right?
Yeah, quite.
So how did you get on TikTok? Were you one of those people who downloaded it as a joke and then just...
Yeah. It was all just for fun, and I really just started it out as a joke, and then it just happened from there.
Okay, what was one of the first videos? Is it even still up on your profile, like your very first TikTok?
Well, I don't think it's there, but my very first TikTok was like of a dance video. I don't remember the song to it, but it was just there.
So how many videos did you kind of do before like everything went crazy?
I think about 10 to 20, around there. Yeah.
Okay, not that many.
Yeah, I think I started out when like TikTok was pretty new at the time. So
how long have you been on the app?
I've been on there for about a year now.
Okay. And how did it feel like blowing up on TikTok?
It's crazy. It's a bit unexpected. I didn't expect to blow up and all that, but I'm just really glad with all the opportunities that I have right now. Yeah, so it's making me take it more seriously.
Okay. So do you even remember which video it was that like suddenly went viral?
It was a video that took 5 seconds. It was of a glow up video. I just had to put like pictures from when I was young to like now, and that just blew up. That was the first video that blew up for me.
Okay. So when you posted that, like, what was it like? Was it like just suddenly like thousands and thousands of people following?
Yeah, it just went up. Like every minute when I checked it, it just kept going up, and I was really excited. Yeah. I didn't expect it to blow up because it only like took me 5 seconds to make, so.
I guess that's like basically what TikTok is, right? Like the more casual it is, the more people will like it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I feel like there's no moderation. Like it's either like the super, super casual videos or the really extravagant ones where they like do like tons of makeup and like loads of
Yeah.
So like after that one, right, because of course some videos blow up and then that's it, that's the end of it, right? Like you'll get like a ton of followers and then every other video is just normal. But what do you think is the main draw people have to your content and like what makes them stay?
I'm not really sure because every video that I made, they all have like a different type of content that blew up. So I don't really know. I think it's my style or my hair, because it didn't really matter what type of content that I made. It's just like really random, you know, like the type of videos that I would do. It would just like blow up, and it's just really random.
So you've had this hairstyle since the beginning?
Yeah, since I started TikTok.
Yeah, 'cause I remember when I first joined the app, I saw one of your videos, but like it was blonde, right?
Oh, yeah. That was last year, October.
Yeah, it must have been around that time because like I was on and off it. Like I'm not that great at like doing the dance stuff. So I was like, I don't know what to do. So I'll just like scroll, and you came up a lot and Eric came up a lot.
Oh, yeah. Eric.
Yeah, so that's where I like kind of got to know you guys.
Ah, nice.
Okay, so you said all the videos are kind of different, right?
Yeah.
So how do you decide what kind of content to create or like which trends to follow?
Well, I would usually just follow the trends that I feel like I would fit for it. Like, I don't know if you know about this recent trend, Bella Porch.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's been trending a lot, and I really like the things that she do. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna jump on it, and then it really did blow up. So
I did notice your video. That one got quite a lot of views, right?
yeah, it did.
Yeah, because of course I was stalking the profile. I was like, oh. Okay. And then how long does it take for you to make a TikTok, like on average?
Well, usually like 10 to 30 minutes. If it's like meme content, then it would take like a shorter time. But if it's like those like fashion, trendy, lifestyle kind of videos, it might take longer.
Which is the longest video that you made?
Well, I don't really keep count of the time, but I think it's probably one of it that took me an hour. It was like a makeup look, and then I had to like perfect all of the transitions. So that took me a while to make.
So are you like, do you know exactly how to do all the transitions now?
Not all of it. It's gotten really hard recently. But I know like the basic ones.
Yeah, some of them, like when I try and do them, I'm like, how do they get it the perfect timing to change the perfect place in the screen?
It takes a lot of skills.
Yeah. Okay. So one of your most viewed videos is actually of you styling bandanas. It's got like 3.5 million views. Were you surprised with that one, or did you know like, oh, this is kind of interesting, I think people will like it?
Yeah, I was quite surprised with that one. It was just like an idea that I had that I didn't expect to blow up. So, but yeah, I'm really glad that it did, because that has kind of like made me make fashion as one of my niches. So yeah.
I mean, you're really good at it. Like your style is very different, I think, from the usual. Okay, so your videos consistently get tens of thousands of views, right? So are there any secrets that you know on how to get your videos onto the For You page?
Just use hashtags that kind of fit the niche of your type of content, and do trends, because the trends would really help you grow your engagement.
So do you have like a few hashtags that you always use?
My hashtags are pretty random. I use XYZBCA a lot. I don't know why. It's
seeing that one, but
yeah, it's really random and I don't know what it means, but I see a lot of people using it, so I'm just like using it as well.
Has it helped, do you think, or you don't know?
I don't really know if it did. But yeah.
So some people say hashtag FYP, right? But then some people say don't do it because then...
Yeah, no, for me, I feel like FYP has never really worked because there's just so many videos put out at once with the same hashtag. So I don't really see the point of putting that.
Oh, okay. So other than like the hashtags and the trends, is there like... Because you know, like with Instagram and stuff, people always talk about what time you should upload and stuff like that. Do you do anything like that with TikTok?
Yeah, for me, I would usually post around 2 to 3 because that's when most of the people would go on the app. So
interesting.
I kind of just follow my TikTok time.
Are your followers mostly from Malaysia, or do you know like whether you've got other international followers?
Yeah, most of my followers are from Malaysia, but the second top is probably like United States and then Singapore.
So when they were talking about banning TikTok in the US, were you like...
Yeah, I was I was kind of sad, but I never really thought that they would actually do it, and they didn't. So I was really relieved, yeah.
Yeah, like when they were saying it was going to be banned like on Sunday, I think I saw it was on Friday. I was like, I don't know. It's gonna happen.
I don't know if the US market would allow them to.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Okay, so also you're part of the like a Malaysian version of the Hype House, right? It's called Clickbait, is it?
Yeah, Clickbait.
Okay, so how did that happen? What exactly is it?
Well, it's kind of just like a team where people could just hit each other up and collab. It started off when Eric kind of just put us all in a group together on a WhatsApp group. And then that was before the Hype House was a thing. So we were all just like, the OGs were like Kasrina, Eric, LV. And then when the Hype House thing came up, we had this idea that we should like add more people in and then make Clickbait a thing.
So what exactly happens in the group?
Nothing much. We're all just like vibing. Most of the time, whenever we meet up, we just make TikToks and talk about life.
So because at one point, I think when you guys first started it, I saw you were all making videos in this one house. So I assume that's not like the Hype House, right? That's not like a dedicated house. Or were you just...
No, it's kind of like that. It was just like a house that a brand booked for us, and then we just all went there to collab.
So how many people are in the clickbait group now?
I have lost count. Do you want me to check it right now? Well, I think there's about 25 to 30.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That means there are quite a few that I haven't seen.
Yeah, because usually when we all like meet up, there's always like a few people that can't make it. So we've never really like been together as like a full group before. Because some of them are outstation. I think some of them are from like Sabah or Sarawak.
Okay.
I really got to meet them yet. Yeah.
So like this podcasting is quite new, and you're the first TikToker that I'm speaking to. I also
sick.
Yeah, but I had connected with Eric before on TikTok. There was once he messaged me or I messaged him, but I guess he doesn't check his TikTok messages.
Oh yeah, I don't think they do. You could try contacting them from like other of their
maybe
social medias.
Yeah. Okay, so one other thing that I'm curious about, did you dance at all before TikTok, or is it a TikTok thing?
It's just a TikTok thing. I've never really danced before that.
But it seems to come pretty easily to you, right? Because like, okay, when I try and do TikTok dances, it will take me like 2 hours, one, to actually figure out what the moves are.
Yeah, it's the same for me because I'm not like a natural talented dancer. So every time I want to do a TikTok dance, I would have to go through like 2 hours of practice to like perfect it. I would always have so many like retakes. I would have like 20 in my drafts, and I would get so tired of it. I would get so stressed out because I'm not like a really, really good dancer.
Same. And then because like sometimes the part that you want to do is only like 15 seconds. So you keep hearing the same 15 seconds of that music, and in the end you're just like, oh, I hate this song now.
I feel you.
Also, speaking of that, like, you know, there are trends and they become trends for a reason because a lot of people are good at them, right? But then sometimes you put out a video, do you ever have to deal with any hate online or negative comments?
Yeah, well, the hate just kind of comes and it goes. For me, I don't really pay attention to it because it's not worth putting my energy into. So I don't really let it like affect me as much.
Okay, so you're one of those people who
definitely
can just close one eye.
Yeah.
Okay, have you ever had to block anyone because it was like too much, or they kept DMing you or whatever?
Not really. I've never really blocked anyone because of that. Because usually when I see like negative comments, I just don't really pay attention to it.
And does it translate onto your other social media as well? Because I know you've got Instagram, I assume.
Yeah, it's the same with Instagram, but I don't really get hate there. It's only on TikTok that it comes and it goes. Yeah,
I noticed like TikTok can be really scary. Like the negative stuff, if it happens, it's like continuously.
Yeah, that's true. It can be really toxic. Sometimes people are not like very sensitive with their words, but I still don't let it affect me.
That's good. So what are your plans for like the whole thing? Like, are you gonna go into social media full time? I know you said you are at uni now, so is it just like for fun, or?
It's just for fun and also like a part-time job for me, kind of like a freelance thing.
So do you do anything else other than TikTok?
Well, not really. It's only TikTok that I'm focused on right now in school.
Okay. Since you're still in uni, does it come up in any lessons, or is TikTok mentioned at all?
Yeah, but it comes up in lessons whenever a friend mentions about it.
Okay. And how do you deal with it in uni? Because I assume like the people, like classmates and everything, they all know that you've got quite a big following on TikTok. Like, do they say anything, or?
Not really. They kind of just hype me up and then I just brush it off and all that, you know.
Sounds like a cool place. So you said like it's like a part-time job, right? So that means you are dealing with like collabs and like clients and stuff. So are you doing it yourself, or do you have like a manager?
I'm doing it myself for now.
So how has it been like? Because for me, like discussing like financial stuff stresses me out. But how do you deal with it?
It's pretty easy. Like I kind of just put everything that I have to do in my notes, and I kind of just like look at it every day and see. I kind of like just schedule myself. So it's not really a tough thing for me yet because there's not really much to do at the moment.
But what about when it comes to like discussing the kind of content that you have to do and like how much you will charge and stuff like that? Like how do you find that?
I kind of just have my prices out already. So whenever someone asks me for it, I'll just like send them my prices. And if they kind of want a lower price, I'll just negotiate with them.
So how did you come up with your prices? Did you, because I feel like a lot of people stress out about that. Because it's not something you can find online, right? So was it something you discussed with your friends or?
It's something I discussed with some of the clickbait members.
Okay, so you kind of like helped each other build a rate card and everything.
Yeah. They taught me all about like the market value and all that.
Yeah, because I think that's one of the biggest questions that people always have about doing social media, whether it's on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram or anything. It's like, how much do you charge compared to like the amount of followers that you have, and like how much content do you give? Like, are you being too much, or is the client taking advantage? It's quite difficult to navigate for a lot of people, I find. So,
it's all about for me, it's kind of, I'll charge them the like right amount for the amount of effort that I'll put in. So like for photos, you don't really put like as much effort for videos. So I'll just charge them like a lower price.
Since you just started like for like 1 year, have you dealt with any difficult clients yet?
I have for a few, but it's just the late payments that really annoys me. Yeah. And like clients that just ask me to like redo a lot of takes without like telling me beforehand of like the brief and all that.
Okay, that's kind of what I was going to ask you. Like, so for content-wise, like, do you have to do like a lot of amendments, or are they very particular with like things that you do? Because TikTok is, compared to like Instagram and YouTube, it's like a completely new platform, and I assume a lot of clients still don't really know what kind of content works on TikTok.
Yeah, well, some can be really precise with what they want us to do, but some of them, they'll just like let us do what we want.
Okay. Have you come across clients that you know that this campaign, what they're asking you to do is not really TikTok content, but because you've already agreed or whatever, you have to do it anyway?
Yeah, it has happened to me before.
So do you try and advise the client?
Not really.
You're just like, oh, I'll fuck it up this time, I guess.
Yeah, I'll just do it, you know. You gotta chase the bag.
What about when it comes to collaborating with other TikTokers? Like, how do you decide like what trend or what video to do with which person?
Well, for me, I'll just like look through my For You page and look for inspirations that I can do. The TikToks that I do with my friends are mostly dance content because those are easy, and like most of them already know the dance, so it's more convenient to just like bring it up and then we'll just do it from there. Or like we'll just send each other like TikToks that we want to do before the day we meet so that we'll know like what we're doing.
So how often do you guys meet?
Recently, because of the MCO, we haven't been meeting much, but I've been meeting them at least like once a month or like twice.
Okay. And I also noticed like you've been doing a lot of original content recently. I saw your latest one, like you were on like the LRT.
Oh, yeah. Usually my contents are kind of, first I listen to the sound of the TikTok and like whatever that comes into my head, that's like my next TikTok.
Do you ever worry before you post a video like, oh, how is this going to be, how people going to receive it?
I used to worry at first, but now not really.
So you just trust
your
instinct. Okay. All right. And before I let you go, what is the best TikTok advice that you can give for those who want to start doing TikToks?
Find your niche and stick to it. People fall in love with your personality. And also put 100% into everything that you do on TikTok and have fun.
That's pretty cool advice. Thanks.
Sure.
So if people want to follow you, where should they find you?
It's Jovyn on TikTok and Instagram.
It's Jovyn with 2 N's, right?
Yeah, with 2 N's.
You totally stalked you before this.
You did. You did.
The C Word with Callista.